that, guys. I really need to do this. Well, yeah. Holy, wait, hold on a second. Is my other thing still on? My other perception? Yeah, okay, cool.
Hmm?
Ironic, since I said that, since, what am I expecting? Why did you steal my brain? Why is that a problem? I need my brain back. I was curious about some things. Camera picture reception.
Please be my guest. The reception.
Can you tell me your Roboscopians? I was curious about some other things. You don't seem aggressive. Wait, that sounds like you put the Roboscopians into the threats of the thing occupied. Master plan. You reprogram the names as part of a recursive loop. What, to trap their processors? Alright. Recursive loop designed to prevent the flow of information. I don't know what that means. Klein, Mobius, O, a circle, 8, an infinity number. Klein, Mobius, zeros, a circle, 8, an infinity symbol. They're all loops, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
Minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is a Mobius. Ouroboros, not Oro. Oh, okay, see? Because there's an O in that one. Ouroboros. Not Ouroboros. Yeah.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
I don't understand why you send the threats in the Roboterminal against the think tank.
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
There were other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
They're talking about me getting shot in the head? What the fuck? A cranial injury from the attack outside Goodsprings. The bullet that went into my brain, Doc Mitchell tried to patch me up, but...
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the auto-dock in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed.
What?
If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it.
What?
And once they're off the reservation...
Klein said that they had the idea to get 3 technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
But the think tank downloaded schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
Wow. Alright. Was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Right, what's the purpose of these technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
They talk about the Wizard of Oz. Last time I checked, they weren't murdering anyone. I was curious about some things. Yes! Alright, so we leveled up again. Level 30, I get a perk this time. Sweet. So, what I'm going to be doing here, let me see. Let's get barter to 65. Let's get the sneak to... No, not to sneak. Let's get survival to 65. And then let's get, let me see. Alright, let's get energy weapons to 50. Let's do that. Alright, now we should have a lot of stuff here to look over. New fucking perks, I'm hoping. Burden to bear. Or a wasteland with the most gear wins, or at least survives. You can now carry additional 50 pounds of gear stacked with strong perk. Wow, that might be something I might want to do. Maybe, I don't know. Eye for an eye, walker instinct. It's not bad. Purifier. It's not bad. Deathclaws. Nah. Chem. Adamantium skeleton. Solid running. There's fortune here and now. Fight the power. Animal friend. Stonewall. Terrifying presence. Do I really want the terrifying presence? I don't know about that, actually. Toughness, again, more damage threshold. Run and gun, bloody mess, cannibal, hunter. That's geckos. Oh, look at that, tin cans. Look at that. I don't know what the fuck I want with this shit. I think I'll choose adamantium skeleton for this one. Because, I mean, there's an action girl, which is cool, but I don't know. I'm looking for this. Let me see. Rag child. You are truly a rag child. As you go through the increasing devastating stages of radiation sickness, you will generate more health and more health, yeah. Let me see. Sneak 70. This is pretty cool. This is pretty awesome, too. I need 45 explosions, and I can get the Mad Bomber. Oh, the cowboy. Well, that's alright, I guess. You know what? I want to get this next time. The Living Anatomy. You can see the number and how much the damage thresholds are. It was pretty cool. Tribal Wisdom. Look at this. Your limbs take 50% less damage from animals, mutated insects. You gain 25% resistance to poison damage. You also eat mutated insects when you're in sneak mode. Really? Huh. Okay. Do I want to get adamantium skeleton? I don't know. I mean, I can do this and get 200. 200, or no, I can get 320. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do Burn the Bear, because then at least at that point I can get more stuff to repair, more stuff to, you know, sell and get more money. Yeah, let's do that. The boss! Let me see. Confine a woman between your brain from the forbidden zone. I'm not gonna kill him, obviously, because I don't really care about killing Mobius. 10 charisma! Wow! It's fucking crazy shit right now. 10 strength, look at that. Intelligence is 8. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm gonna save first before we do anything else. Save again. Alright, so this is it. This is the final video of Old World Blues. Once we get the think tank, you know, not the think tank. Once we get our brain back, that's it. There's nothing else.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
This, you know what this sounds like? It sounds like Seth MacFarlane. It sounds like Stewie's voice. That's exactly what it sounds like. I don't know if it's him, but if it is, that's fucking awesome. I love Seth MacFarlane. Why does my brain sound so masculine?
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
No need to be sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is a slightly odd event.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Yes, because running around the crater full of bizarre science experiments, hygiene is a top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Why you... Listen, you're my brain, so you better be more respectful.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
He doesn't like television, that's why. I could smash this tank you're in, how about that?
By all means, if the idea of spending the rest of your days as a true lobotomite appeals to you. Actually, come to think of it, you probably wouldn't mind that, would you?
How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
That seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
How did he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Well, that answers that. On to something else.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
But you're the source of most of those glands, unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
I can see your point. But what about the good times? What about a cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones? Uh-oh.
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
Well, maybe we can keep going like this. What do you think?
You mean I'll stay in my tank and you'll stay in your skin? And we'll each handle our own areas of expertise? I certainly like the sound of that.
Maybe I've been a little unfair. If you want to stay here, I'll let you.
It's not that I didn't like being in your head, you understand. As far as heads go, it was a rather nice one. Well then, I suppose this is goodbye for now. What will you do?
Oh, I see this? So if I didn't finish all the side quests, I could have just did that after I met Mobius. Okay. I suppose I'll go back to the think tank and get them to let me out. They promised to do that much.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
Well, you're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right. What's the plan?
Okay. If the think tank won't hold up to their bargain, we'll make them. We'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Yes! We did it! And like I said last time, I'm probably not going to be doing any of this. The reason I'm probably not going to put my head back. Because if I recall correctly, I get 2 plus... Well, no, that's the spine, actually. The head cannot be crippled, and even if I put the head back in, the head can't be crippled anymore. But I think the upgrades, as he says, is a lot better. You know, it's a lot better than putting all the other stuff back in. It's actually a worse trade-off. So I'm gonna see, but I'm probably not gonna do it though. I'll probably just keep everything that I have now. Because I have 50%, I have like what, 35% chem addiction resistance or something like that. I'll have to double check. Alright, so that's it. We didn't kill Dr. Mobius. We realized he's not the crazy lunatic that we thought he was, even though he was coming to attack me. To keep us occupied, I guess, as he says. And for his own enjoyment. So there's probably going to be enemies here, or maybe not. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I think we're pretty much near the end at this point. There's not, after we get back to the think tank, I'll save one last time. And then, yeah. The end of Old World Blues. And I'm happy to say I've enjoyed this playthrough. It's been a blast. Scratch that. I don't know why I said playthrough. I meant this DLC. It's been pretty fucking amazing. Despite the Cazadores and the experiment and a little bit of cold sweat I had towards the end, you know, I kind of manned up and I did everything. So, it is what it is. Okie dokie. Oh, look! Yes! Yes! Awesome! Nice. I guess I'll take all this, even though I didn't really want to do it before. Alright, so we're gonna make another save here. Oh, you know what? Actually, can I put my brain in here? Wait, I have my brain is back inside of me? Or do I just have the brain in my miscellaneous tube? Totally not gonna do that, by the way. Wait, what the hell's my brain? Is it up here? No. Maybe it's supposed to be labeled my brain. Let me see. No, I guess not. Everything will be miscellaneous. Yeah, your brain. Okay, I see it. Yeah. Alright, let's save one. Probably the last save on Old World Blues until we're ready to go. So, yes, we'll save over this one. Okay, let's just do it. Then afterwards, I'll probably take maybe a couple days break from Fallout New Vegas. I'll probably do a little bit more of Deus Ex Human Revolution, and then we'll come back, and then we'll start the next DLC, or maybe I'll take a slight break of the DLCs for them and switch back to a different, you know, quest line. Maybe we'll even do, what the word I'm thinking of? Huh.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now? I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we need to discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Wait, you think I'm the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius? Wow, I don't want to do that. Do you think I killed Mobius?
Yes! Wait, you did, didn't you? You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all!
Maybe you should confer with your colleagues first.
Nonsense! Confer, colleagues? Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism, breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive for study. slow study.
These vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Fine. Are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, you know, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, so get off my voice box.
Silencing opinionators.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here.
Oh, God.
This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets is nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Oh my God.
Why am I even listening to you fools? The determinators are greater than the hesitators, so hesitators, be quiet. We are bigger, smarter, and floatier than you, lobotomites. We don't wish to fight you, so surrender your brain, now.
I guess I'm gonna have to lie then.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Damn it. Fuck. Son of a whore. God damn it, I can't do it. My medical skill's not high enough. Neither is my science. Come on, man. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I may have noticed the pacification field is down.
Fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
I am so going to attack.
Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. God damn it. Fuck, I wanted to, God damn it. There has to be a way I can do this without fucking, let me see. My science skill is 80-something, right? I need 100? I think I might be able to do it, but it's gonna be tricky, though. I have to double check. I wanna talk to them passively. God damn it. Let me see. Repairs 94, science is 9. Okay. Which? Okay, no. Intelligence is for science, right? All right. I have. Let me see. I have the. Where is it? This is perception. That's not gonna help me at all. I have this science thing, I think. Yes! Sick! Alright, so let me see. Do I have a science thing now? Yes! Yes, we're doing it! Yes, we're doing it, baby! We're doing it. I didn't think mentats and party time mentats were different. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking sick. We're doing it, baby. Wait, before we do anything, let me see. Can I do anything else here as well? That's not gonna work at all.
The lobotomite.
Do you think I killed Dr. Mobius? Maybe you should confirm with your colleagues first.
Why am I... We are big...
You think I'm the lobotomite? No, if I'm in the house.
That is the most insane thing...
Nothing's impossible for science! mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves are all at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Yes! Awesome, baby! Yes! Yes, I did it! Science won again!
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip.
Oh my God!
It had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in the bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Oh no!
Did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the Courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910.
What?
If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the Courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
As the Courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
Nice!
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
Nice!
The Courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the Courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the Courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the Courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues. It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the Courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was Old World blues, and New World hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the Courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the Courier had to walk alone.
Wow, that was the DLC, and I have to admit, that was a pretty awesome DLC. Probably one of my favorite ones, like I said earlier. You lost the Brainless perk. But I didn't want this. I wanted to keep everything. What the fuck? Your brain is back to your body, but some of the advanced technology remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you're 10% more resistant to... You're only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage stress has improved by 10%, minimum of 1. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transponder. It's capable of transponder you and you alone between the Mojave, Whistler, and the Big MT. Return blah 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 blah. To return to Mojave or go back to the MNT from Mojave, simply equip the transponder and use as you would anywhere and put the trigger. Note they won't work in interiors, of course, or in combat.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
If you haven't found any communists in your backyard, you...
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Oh my god, shut the fuck up! For the love of Christ. God damn it, I didn't want to get the brain back, but I guess I had no choice. The options I selected gave me that. Oh well.